For all of the flight sim fans who enjoyed F-15 Strike Eagle 3, Microprose has released Fleet Defender. This carrier-based F-14 Tomcat flight simulator is Microprose's second game based on their popular F-15 flight engine. The game offers an option called Scramble for those of us that don't like to read manuals or set difficulty levels. This allows you to just jump in the cockpit and go. This option is pretty much standard in most flight sims, but it would have been missed if left out. This is your armament screen. The listings in the upper left-hand corner are your choices. Unfortunately, you are limited to standard payloads, so if you had your heart set on 15 Sidewinders or 50 bombs, tough rocks, pal. And the view box lets you do just that, see what the missile actually looks like. And when you get into the actual flying part of the game, you can hit escape and come to this menu. Here is where you will find the controls for turning on nifty little gadgets like the Thrustmaster products, changing detail setting, and so on. Incidentally, the flight control and weapons control systems are already supported and work great. As mentioned before, the graphics for Fleet Defender are based on those of F-15 Strike Eagle 3. Though these can be nice, blotchiness of the sky and planes leave a lot to be desired. They just seem blurry, period. The cockpit graphics are pleasing though, and laid out well, as they would be in an F-14. Of course, you do have your usual number of outside views, including a missile view, which is always nice. One thing they could have done though is made the outside view movable, say with the hat switch, a la Red Baron. Instead, you're stuck behind your jet. Say guys, can't we get a look at the front of the plane? Another problem with Fleet Defender is common to most jet flight sims. Your enemies are usually just dots in the sky, and with a few punches of the keyboard, they're dead. I know this may be appealing to a lot of people out there, but this reviewer just doesn't happen to be one of them. Give me Red Baron where I can lay into my enemy up close and personal. You know what I mean? The difficulty settings are done well, giving a new trainee the practice he needs while slowly promoting him to higher and higher levels. The first scramble mission on the trainee level is a little too easy though, only taking 2 keyboard buttons to down your first jet. You'd think you'd at least have to move the joystick. As in F-15-3, the explosions are a very pretty sight to see, especially when they're your enemies going down in flames and not you. They are especially easy to see in this beautiful night scene. And look, even your instruments light up at night. It's almost as if you're driving a Lexus. The weather conditions and effects, as well as the night and day effects, are very nice. But one thing I did notice is that if it's cloudy, it's just overcast. No clouds here and there, just a blanket as far as the eye can see. No scattered at 35, no broken, just soup. If you're flying a naval plane, like, say, an F-14, you could assume that you'll be landing on an aircraft carrier. Good assumption. Yes, in fact, you do have to land on this tiny little aircraft carrier while coasting in at about 200 knots. At first, this was virtually impossible. I could never slow down enough to actually touch down on the carrier. But fortunately, Microprose included the nice little option of auto-landing. Good idea, folks. For those of you who are a little more ambitious and like to indulge in those strenuous campaigns Microprose is so fond of, Fleet Defender has one of those too. It's done just like their other flight sims. You can do the standard things like edit your name, edit your squad, and also which scenario you'd like to fly in. One very cool addition that Microprose threw into Fleet Defender is promotional points. You earn points for each mission finished successfully. You go up in rank when you reach the right amount of points. You also receive points for medals received. This is a refreshing treat in Fleet Defender, and I hope to see more like it in the future. Finally, there's the Top Gun scoreboard where all of those hard hours of flying, those painstakingly earned medals, and promotions all come together. If you haven't already noticed, my name isn't on the list. Oh well, I still have my day job. All in all, Microprose has brought us another good flight simulator in Fleet Defender, and those who liked F-15 Strike Eagle will love it. I definitely have to say I liked this game quite a bit.